Differently, when the true nature is revealed, now the true nature is revealed. The mind is not working at a lower level in relationship to the other. So mind is not perceiving if it is a grief or not. Why? Because you don't see yourself separate from others who is having a grief. You don't see difference. You see the same self is pervading everywhere. Then you have a right perception of what is grief and what is pain. Leave it. Open the page number 7. What we did today, the previous practice, is coming from one great master. His name is Ashtavakra. But I tell you, Ashtavakra, why? Vakra means deformed, deformity in the body. So his body has a deformity at 8 places. He could neither sit nor stand. Forget about sitting in lotus pose and lying down. He was one of the greatest masters of mindfulness and meditation. So, even if you have a pain in the body, think of it. So what he says, I translated this verse into a practice that you did previously. He says, if you separate body and allow the mind to rest within, you can be in peace and happiness here and now. You will become free from the bondage if you continue the practice. So what he is saying, if you separate your own body from your own mind, how do you separate? By knife? No. By the knife of the knowledge, by the knife of the awareness. Why you should separate? Body is always separate from the mind. The body is always separate from my true nature. How do I understand that? I was giving one example. This is my cell phone. Clear? Cell phone is separate from me? I used my cell phone. Clear? This is my body. This is my cell phone. You understand? So what causes the ignorance? First I say, now see, I use the same thing for the cell phone which I am going to use for my body. Pay attention and prove that I am wrong. This is my cell phone. This is my mobile phone. I am my mobile phone. I know you started laughing. It means you mean that I am crazy. Okay. This is my body. I am my body. I am not my body. If I am not my cell phone, how can I be my body? Are you sure? This means the separation. Well, I know the mind is obsessed with the wrong notion. That is why we need to become a seeker to qualify to succeed in higher mindfulness. I am repeating it. Having said that, let me put another understanding. Body is composed up of protein, carbohydrate, fat, inorganic chemicals, vitamins. Clear? All right? Can? All right? Right? Am I right? Yes. Made up of matter, chemicals. So now I ask the scientists to find out what is the quantity of carbohydrate, protein, inorganic chemicals, vitamins is present in this body, right? And I ask him to keep those chemicals in front of me. Right? Clear? Right? Same quantity. Yeah? Same quantity which this body contains. Clear? Same quantity is present here. Can I say those chemicals my body? My body? Can I say that? And it is the same chemicals, the same amount is present here, and I say this is me and my body. How dare you say that? They are simply chemicals. How dare you say that? Simple understanding. How dare you say that? You dare say that because the mind is full of wrong notions. You only succeed in meditation when you remove these wrong notions from the mind. One wrong notion that if I keep working, if my mind is busy, then only I feel comfortable. That is one wrong notion. There are hundreds of wrong notions we carry forward in our day-to-day life, and that becomes the cause of our suffering. Are you clear? 100% clear. Same amount of the matter is present. I say, no, this is not my body. No, this is me. This is my body. And if this is your body, then order your body to remain healthy. This is you. Come on, this is you. Okay? Let me listen clearly. What is good for me? Can heard something and still he said, no, I did not listen. But later on he answered me. That is what the master is saying. The moment you drop that wrong notion, what happens to the mind? The mind will stop drifting. It only drifts through the body. First I am the body, then I have an event management. How can you have an event management without this body? The mind has to claim that this is me.
And it has to claim that that's my
God. You see that? So Master is saying, this is the meaning, this is what the verse says. If you separate, it is already separate. In the wisdom, in the knowledge, in the field of awareness, you realize, you know that you are not the body. Then what happens? Then the mind is allowed to rest within. It means it is living within. And that leads you to the mindfulness state. Are you clear? You are clear, good. Not clear, good. Not clear because you are not listening to me.
So it's a body. It's like an instrument or a vehicle or a machine.
You're really wise. Body is also an instrument. It is not me. Mind is also an instrument. It is not me. Intellect is also as an instrument. It is not me. Keep that awareness. Are you clear? Page number 8. I gave you a few minutes. Your experiences, write down. We always forget good experiences. We always remember bad experiences. Our mind lives with the wrong notion. So the conclusion is, the mind always believes what is stress, what is suffering, what is pain. It instantly believes. You see that? If one of you, even if the Casey says, no, don't go to this teacher, no, he is a crazy guy, you will instantly believe. And if the Casey says he is the most wonderful person, I know Casey is. We don't believe what is good in our life. It is not about others. We don't believe what is good in us. We don't believe peace is my essential nature. That's why your face expression changes. You are somewhere else. See that? So that is why I say, write down your good experiences you had it. It is a fact. You see, I'm opening up. I'm always only talking of the principles of the Eastern wisdom, taught to us again and again for a period of 6,000 to 10,000 years. I can even refer which principle is taught by which master. Who is the author of science? Thousands of scientists. Yeah? Thousands of scientists. Not one. Who is the author of Eastern wisdom? Thousands of masters. Does that make sense? Every master followed a different approach, but they followed the same principle. Every scientist follows the same principles of the science, but expression is different. Same. Okay, you did it. Helpers and the barriers. Any question related to the previous practice, and so that we can go further. We can go deeper. Page number 9. Read the first line. I'm not creating a card. Followers. Know it, understand it, practice it, experience it, share your experiences. Why? To progress. I will not progress if you share your experiences, but I'll help you when you share your experiences, good, bad, high, low, it doesn't matter. So when you share your experiences, we discuss, we understand. It helps you. Clear? Right? Right? Okay. So we are going into self-awareness practice. But I gave one sutra coming from Patanjali. Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Patanjali is a father of Eastern psychology. The way he explained about the mind, nature of the mind, the states of the mind, subjective states, the objective states, I'm not going so deeper, because he knew everything about the mind. And he told us, he guided us more than perhaps 15 practices how to start working on the mind. Do you understand? Mind is working on you and you are working on the mind. We have two choices. Which choice you like?
I want to work on the mind.
Mind is working on you. That's why even in meditation, you are creating an event management. So the mind is working on it. See that? So her mind stopped working on her spine. She had a pain. You start working on the mind. So mind moved inside and the pain disappeared. That is what happens with anesthesia. You see that? Anesthesia, you give the local anesthesia in your ankle, right foot, what happens? Pain is gone. Why pain is gone? Now the mind is sleeping with reference to the right foot. A big difference in meditation. Mind does not sleep. Mind transcends the body. It drops the wrong notion. It knows that I am not the body. It lives into that field of awareness, so the pain is not felt. A very big difference between the two. You understand? Right? So Patanjali says, when you do quick and the fast breathing, first thing what you do? You quickly change the brain, the old habit of the brain. The brain pathways. What is brain pathways?
Mind?
No, brain is different from the mind. So just give you an example of the brain pathways. The neuroscientists have started talking about it with reference to the mindfulness and meditation. The mind starts thinking about something. Maybe the mind says, no, I have a pain here. So that impression goes into the brain. Now you stand up and you don't want to move this because mind says, no, you have a pain. The brain gets the impression. Now those impression creates the brain pathways. It creates a particular habit. It creates a particular pattern that is reflected in the mind. The neuroscientists have started saying any pain or anxiety, if it continues more than 6 months, it becomes chronic. The word is added, chronic. And any chronic pain is the problem of brain pathways. You may not have a pain, but the brain pathway says, no, come on. Now your mind is free. Enjoy that pain. Why I explained it. When you do quick and a fast breath, minimum for a minute, it starts breaking that brain pathways. Whether it pertains to anxiety or physical pain or... are you listening?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
And here.
No, I'm just, I want to understand about your ears. That's good. So, you see that? You understand that? Brain, it breaks up, not only it breaks the old pathways that causes the drifting, that causes the pain, that causes the uncomfort, and it is replaced by the new brain pathways in meditation. That is what is the self-awareness practice that we are going to do now. So, we start with a preparatory step. What is that preparatory step? Being comfortable. Then we do 1 minute of quick and fast breathing. Just can you demonstrate that from the chest? You just focus here, any point here. Only the chest movement, expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction. And I will reveal a lot of other stuff later on if we join on the second. So clear, 1 minute. Who will object to 1 minute of breathing? Tell me. Who will object? Your mind. Your mind that is working on you. Your mind will create a lot of fears. No way. You do jogging for a couple of miles. Nothing happens. Here you are not moving the body at all. You're simply doing quick and fast breathing for a minute. So this mind will create hundreds of wrong notions with the fear. No, you don't understand, I was feeling too much. No. Whatever you are feeling, you have to do it. Clear? Are you clear? You will do it?
Yes.
Do you promise?
Belly shouldn't move?
No, belly shouldn't move. It may move a little bit, but you should inhale into the chest. Expansion, contraction. 1 minute. Not now. So after 1 minute, you have to do 10 humming sound. So humming sound you have to breathe in Breathe in deeply, silently, and slowly. First, you have to inhale into the belly, then into the ribs, up to the collarbone, lips are together, and you have to do humming sound, louder, deeper, and longer. Longer the duration of the humming, you are again changing the brain pathways. You are raising the mind from the lower to the higher consciousness. It has to be louder, deeper, longer. Clear? And the next two, there are 4 steps in the self-awareness practice, and we will talk. I will give you those practices are passive. You can do while sitting or lying down, whatever you feel. Whatever you feel, don't shy.